Hello YouTube, welcome back to Case Technologies. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to add docstrings to your scripts or your code to make the documentation a little bit better for those using your programs or those on your team. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we want to do is open up a new file. New file. If you have Visual Studio, you can just type in the name of the file type. Once you have that open, we can go ahead and begin. So some would argue in Python that you can make a more descriptive method or function name like create user, and that's enough. Some people say, hey, that's enough information. We know that we're going to create a user with this method. It's pretty much self-explanatory. However, if you're working in large teams with a lot of different years of experience or skill set, sometimes it's better to get more detail. So, sometimes details are better. It just means a lot more work for the person creating the code. But however, docstrings can be, getting back to the docstrings, they can be created with 3 quotation marks. It can be singles or doubles. And you can also open up your script with this saying, this is my doc info application. Alright, let's do file, save as. I'm going to call this my doc and save it. And then in here we're going to say returns file name, colon, the name info. So we'll return the variable file name, which prints out the file name info. So let's go ahead and start that. It'll be return file name. And let's create the variable file name. Say this is a file name. All right. So what we have right here is showing us that us and anyone who uses this code, that this method right here will return the file name variable at the end of it after it's ran. And that's what you'll get every time. And the way we can use this or look it up is by utilizing the help features. And I was running this for y'all so that I can get it straight in the terminal here. But let's go ahead and type in Python. And then we can just import this script and say my doc. All right. And then we can run the help function on it to get the help information and data. And here we go. Help on module my doc. This is my docstring info application, file location, and then these are the functions right here. Create user, which returns file name, the file info, with the file info. Now we can also say, we could change this and we could say first, second, and last. And we can do parameters. And we can say first name. And then we can do second, middle, initial, last name. We can do either or. Last name, first name, and then we can come on down and we want to save that, and everything looks good. So we want to exit out of our interactive shell that we had running earlier for Python and just type it in again, Python, enter. And we're going to import my doc, and then we're going to say help again on my doc, hit enter, and there we go. So the name is my doc. This is my Docstring info application still there. We have file location, and then we have right here the most important part, the functions. So the function we have in here is create user. It takes 3 parameters, first, second, and last, and this is what should go in each of the parameter locations. In the first, you should have a first name, middle initial, and then last name, and then it will return a file name with that info or with some other subset of info. Now, if you want to get deeper in it and dig deeper on Docstrings, I recommend you go to Python's PEP documentation, look at their PEP index, and look it up for the things that they have and they like. This is one of the things I had that came up in the history. And this is from 2001. There may be other things that are newer or have been updated since. I didn't see need to do more than what they have here. They have one-liners, reuse. You can do multi-lines. You can give examples or expect outcome for the functions. You can do multi-line docstrings, which we utilize when we're talking about parameters and what it returns. And this is a multi-line here. It's opened here and it ends here. And if you want to get in more detail, like I said, you can come back to the documentation and check it out. I hope that was helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll leave this link in the description box. See you next time.